Hi folks, welcome back. And welcome to all the new subscribers. The other day Don called me and says, you went over 9,000 subscribers. And I do appreciate that, guys. And he said, congratulations. And I said, don't I get a present or anything? And he said, no. Well, anyway, tonight we're going to do a few things here to shop. We're going to take the straight edge, the 4-foot straight edge that I've been working on, out of the stress relief oven, and we're going to see just how much it moves. I think you're going to be shocked. Remember, this straight edge was already stress relief when it came from the foundry, but after I rough planed it, I put it back in the stress relieving process that I use, and well, you'll see. Also, we're going to check it to make sure it's within my tolerances. Now, on a straight edge, when it comes off my planer, I want it to be within 1/1000th of an inch. If it's 3 foot, it's 1/1000th of an inch and 3 feet. If it's 4 foot, it's 1/1000th of an inch and 4 foot. And that's what I'm going to do, and I'll show you how I did it. I'll even show you how to use a smaller straight edge to check a large one. So, that's what we're going to do tonight. I hope you enjoy it. Stick around. Grab yourself your favorite beverage, kick up your feet, and let's get to it. Well, welcome back. I just pulled the 4-foot Richard King straight edge out of the stress relieving oven and going back on the planer to finish up the final planing. Still a long way to go. After we get it planed, then I've got to start scraping it. This is the little blank that I stress relieved for Don's planer gib. So we'll get on that pretty quick. Should take some close-up pictures for you. Okay. Here's the 4-foot edge straight out of the oven. Haven't done anything to it. This white marks are just some of the fire brick where it rubbed up against it. As you notice, it's kind of got a black appearance. Now this here is from the rust. The rust kind of turns rustier looking. And before we paint it or scrape this, we're going to blast this off and paint it. But this is the surface. Now over the years when I'd send stuff off to be stress relief, I'd get it back and it'd be so dead-gum hard. One time, it was, you couldn't even scrape it off with a scraper, it was so hard. I had to mill it back off once. But this, at 1050 degrees, doesn't seem to put that hard coating on it. And so that's why I like that lower, scientifically proven. In fact, it was scientifically proven. It was a naval study. I'll link to it and let you look at it if you like. I thought it was kind of interesting. If you ever want to buy a 4-foot straight edge, remember, they're heavy. Set up the same as it was before. I don't know why I put the bolts up. Now this time we're not going to hold it down tight like we did before. This time we just want enough force to hold it in place so that we don't plane in any further stresses. Now I'm going to switch my blades. I'm going to switch from what I use to get underneath the hard stuff and rough surface it to a more of a finishing type blade. This is the same one I used to get under the dovetails. But see how it's got a nice long surface to cut? Just perfect for this. I always try to get this blade pretty much flat. It's got some relief ground in behind it. If I do this, I get a nice wide surface without any ridges. Of course, they're all small anyway. But now we need to do some other things before we start planing. Now, one of the things that always happens when you put something like this back in the stress relieving oven is it moves. I don't know how much it moves. It's kind of impossible to tell. But everything on my table was set up exactly the way it was while I was rough planing it. So the location points are the same on the V blocks. And so I'm going to take my little scribe and go over the surface and see if I can see if it's higher on one side or the other. If it is, there's not much I can do about it except plane it down to the regular surface, because my points are still fixed and I'm gauging off the other two surfaces in that same spot. So let's see what happened. Just barely touching right there. It's touching out here, but not up in there. And it's higher down on this end by a little bit. So this end has come up. This edge from here to here is now higher than this surface. So let's get to planing and we can see if we can get it all down to the correct height. Now going 6.5 thou, and maybe you'll start touching it. Out there. It's not touching until it gets all the way down here. Drop it down another. Now at 12 thousandths from where I started. Not touching there. As you can see, I've taken at least 10 thousandths off the edge of this over here. and you'd be real tempted to lower it down more. But remember, this is a planer. I don't know where all the high spots are right now. So now that I've got contact somewhere, I'm going to go across the whole surface and see if we can make that a level playing field, if you will, so that wherever I go from now on, I'm never going to take more than the same amount over what I've taken off that edge there. Did that make sense? If I were to just start taking off right now and I get to a spot that it's higher, I would be taking more than about the 10,000 I'm taking off right now in that corner. So I go across the whole surface, and that assures me that no matter what depth of cut I take, it'll always be that same depth. I won't run into an unexpected hill somewhere. That has happened. Okay, so we're going to go across the whole surface. Put it in automatic, and it's only taking about a 1/4 inch step over right now. Okay, I've gone over the whole surface, and as you can see, it hasn't touched anywhere down here or in the middle, but it has touched out here and got that off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop down 0.010 of an inch, and I'm going to go to a wider step over. Now on this machine, this is how you do it. You come down here to this little valve. Small goes that way, so I want to go back over here and get a bigger step over. It's all hydraulic, all kinds of stuff to make all that happen back there. You can see it, but right out there in the middle, it's a pretty good gap underneath that blade. Now this time I'm going to take 15 thousandths off. Remember, I'm out here on this edge, so I don't want to tear it up, so I got to go very easy. Got a full cut that time. Until it's a full 15 down on this edge down here, though. Hear it? we have a full cut all the way down. And then it peters out to nothing over here. That's exactly what my scribe showed me, that it was higher out here than in here along the whole way. And sure enough it is. And then this, so far, we've taken 34 thousandths of an inch off the surface of this and haven't even got down to here yet. Take it out of gear. I'm going to go over just a little bit. Got a full cut all the way across the surface now. Went down 95 thousandths to get that. And remember, this was already a stress relief cast iron blank. What I'm going to do now is start taking spring passes, and we're going to loosen this up a little bit. I don't want as much pressure on it. I can't feel anything as I go across. It's almost ground. Someone give me the hint of using a vacuum cleaner to clean up. It makes a lot of noise. And I have two sitting right there. But I only use them when you guys aren't watching, because I have feelings for your ears. I'll be back. Oh, the reason I have two, Don won't clean out one of them. The cigarette papers are your friends. The zigzags. What a lot of people don't know is these little bitty papers have a dual purpose. The only purpose I ever use them for is measuring things. If you tear off that little glue edge right there, or don't get it under anything, zigzags are almost exactly 1/1000th of an inch. And they make great feeler gauges. The lady at our little country store looks at me kind of funny when I go in there, though. Now what I do is I lay this little piece of zigzag down on the surface of the straight edge, and I put another known good straight edge on top of it. And remember, you're trying to get this to scraping. And I shoot for 1/1000th of an inch over 4 feet. And if I put this little piece of paper there, a good straight edge on top and pull that through there, I shouldn't be able to pull it out anywhere. Let's see. If it does, we got to plane some more. Oh. Oh. Did I tell you these dang straight edges are heavy? Okay. You see there? Okay. Take your hand and go over it too. You can feel things with your hand that a rag won't pick up. It has to be 1,000 to screw this up. The thing I've been going to the gym. Whew. Gym teacher would be proud of me. Of course, I am the gym teacher. It's one of them $25 a month places. All right. A little tight right loose there. Loose there. Loose there. I may have been up on the other. Put it up against a bump up here, no wonder. Still a little loose in there. Hey, after a little more work on it, another planing, that in there, scoot that over some. Now you ask yourself, has this changed? So we're going to flip it around 180 degrees, or I'm going to flip it around. Haven't used this one in years. This straight edge needs some work. Not tonight. Go try another method. Oh. Those observant of you will notice that I've switched to a different straight edge. I haven't used that other straight edge in about 3 years, and I didn't take time to put it on the table. So I'm going to use this 3-footer that I have been using a lot lately, and I know it's dead on. But you say, well, Steve, it's too short. There are ways to make it work. If you don't have a long enough one, you can use a shorter one. You know, it's only a foot too short. I'll show you how. And if you notice, it was tight all the way down. That means this whole thing's within 1/1000th of an inch from here to here. Now what I'm going to do, since I know this is good, I'm going to overlap to this area and see if it's tight in this area. If it is, that means it's all the same plane. Ta-da! That's using a 3-foot to check a 4-foot. Worked pretty good. It also shows me that I can't pull this paper out anywhere along the length of this, so I'm calling it quits. This sucker's ready to be scraped on this side. I still have to turn it over and do the other sides, but that's a lot more work. That'll be next time. Thanks for watching.